But he drives this one to right field. Back to watch it go. His hands on.
There truly is no words to describe this man, Shohei Ohtani. A walk, stolen base, and then a home run, number 4 of the season.
Thanks to Bally Sports in L.A. We're witnessing one of the freaks of all time. I'm convinced of it. Moshe Lombardi and Kane rolls on here on this Friday morning. Vic and Brett out. Raj and Rob are in. And last night, see, the Angels, they go all in, right? They trade with the Rocks, get CJ, get Randall. Okay, cool. Nothing changes. It's all the same. I'm not talking about the Angels making the postseason. I really don't give a rat's rip. But here's the thing last night against the Mariners. In a big game for the Angels, Ohtani's on the hill. And he throws 4 scoreless, but he gets a cramp in his finger. I can't even extend my middle finger because it's cramped. Whatever. But he pitched 4 scoreless. But he's still going to hit. So he jacks his 40th of the year. Jacks his 40th. I mean, this guy is an absolute... Now, the Angels lost. They lost on a 9th inning grand slam.
Very Los Angeles Angels of them.
That's exactly right. I mean, okay, now everything was good until the 9th when the pen came in and dude hit a granny and the game was over. They lost 5-3.
Here we are talking about them having the greatest player in baseball, and the story ends with them losing the game.
Yeah, exactly right. But I don't know what else to say about this guy other than I can't even imagine. And again, you're only looking at a handful of teams, I suppose. But the kind of bidding war that's going to take place for Shohei Ohtani, it's just, you'd pay through the nose to go watch him play, wouldn't you?
$500 million?
No. You'd pay as a fan.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. I haven't seen him play live outside of the All-Star game when they were
Hitting
here in
jacks
Denver.
here, right.
I haven't seen him live since then, but I desperately want to see him start and pitch a game and hit at the same time. It's the one thing that I haven't seen that I absolutely need to. Like, he is... I heard Colin Cowherd talking about it as one of the 7 sports wonders of the world right now. And he truly is like Colossus of Rhodes. It's something that we didn't think we'd ever see.
Help me out a little bit. Did we see this coming? Did we see, oh, by the way, one day, a 6'4", 225-pound super stud from Japan's going to show up in Major League Baseball and do something that we ain't never seen before? I mean, maybe I missed it, but I thought he was going to be good. I mean, he was touted as a good player, right? He could pitch, he could hit. Oh, that's cool. What will he do? He's going to pick one or the other, I'm sure.
Right.
Oh, no. Let's do both. Why can't we do both? And let's do both, and let's do both at the top of the game.
But I think our system is part of the problem. Like, we encourage people to specialize. You only play baseball. Only pitch when you play baseball.
Yeah.
Only play in the field when you play baseball. Only hit.
Most pitchers, though, you see in Major League Baseball, most American pitchers, you go back to their high school and youth ball careers, they're the best player overall on any one of the teams. Best shortstop, best center fielder, best power hitter, fastest guy. But by the time they get to college, then you specialize. I mean, you
even
don't
in high
specialize from 12.
Even in high school, they're specializing now, though.
They really are. I mean, and maybe that's...
And so if he would have come to America when he was a kid, he would have been forced to pick one or the other, and he still would have been great at it.
What other sports do they play in Japan? Soccer.
Sumo wrestling.
Sumo. Soccer, sumo. I'm not up on my Japanese. I'd love to go to Tokyo. I mean, I would love to go to Japan.
They're really good at snowboarding.
Okay.
Basketball's big in Asia, but
6'4",
I don't think Japan.
225, 230. Is he going to snowboard?
No, you're too big.
Right.
Well, he's an outlier.
But if you put on,
if
he did put on another 180, he could sumo. You know what I mean? If you want to throw on, Rob.
The guy is absolutely amazing. Watching him do what he does on a daily basis, and what is a shame is that LA holds on to him, and most likely will miss the playoffs. They're out of the wild card by 3.5 games right now. 4 now after that loss, that crazy loss last night.
And it's not just that you're 4 back. I tell Brett this all the time. Well, only 4 back. You got to climb over teams. You got to climb over like 5 teams, and that's just not going to happen.
They most likely will miss the playoffs, which means that they will have wasted every year of Shohei Ohtani. They will have wasted every year of Mike Trout, which are the two generational players in the game today, although Trout's starting to fall off that cliff in the second half of his career. Unfortunately, what's going to happen is he will go to some Axis power in baseball. He'll go to the Dodgers, or he'll go to the Yankees, or the Cubs, or the Red Sox, or the Mets, and
Solid
you will
World War II poll.
you will unfortunately have to hate him.
No, I don't think I can.
There's no way.
If he goes to the Dodgers, if he goes to the Dodgers,
if he's a
dead to me.
Dodger
Yeah.
or a Yankee, there is no way in hell that you will love Shohei Ohtani.
I heard you talking about this during the appetizer hour, and I couldn't disagree more. I
don't listen.
Did
Raj,
you love Derek Jeter?
Raj, Raj, here's the thing: they get all the attention, so it becomes you get worn out. You get fatigued by these clubs. What I do get mad at is I get mad at Major League Baseball because you know that right now there's at least 24 teams, 23 teams that have no shot. I mean, no shot money-wise. Even if he wanted to go there, they don't have the bread. Could they find it? Maybe they could find it. I don't know, because so much good comes with him. But I get mad at baseball because you've got a handful of teams that can just shell out any amount of money that you want. Just, here you go, sure, whatever. And Ohtani, obviously he's Japanese. LA's a hell of a lot closer to Japan than New York is. I mean, I guess I can see the writing on the wall. I'm not an idiot. Do the Dodgers want to move him across town to Chavez Ravine? Of course they do.
Well, the question isn't who wants him. Everybody wants him, right?
But he's a guy where I appreciate. I maybe appreciate what he's doing more than anybody else in sports right now. Doing anything in any sport.
I agree with you. But
I mean, what he's doing right now is unprecedented. That's what you got to keep in mind.
There are two players right now in the world that are actively changing the way that their games are being played. One is Shohei Ohtani, and you will see more two-way players grown here in the United States. You certainly will out of Japan.
You're going to say Joker?
The only other guy in the world that is changing the way fundamentally that his sport is played from at least a guy of his stature,
big man position,
is Nikola Jokic.
Yeah.
There isn't anyone else in hockey. There isn't anyone else in basketball and football that's actively changing how the sport.
Although I was watching the other day, I was watching series last year between the Kings and the Oilers, and I said, okay, for this shift, I'm just going to watch 97.
He's a freak.
McDavid's an absolute freak of nature. McKinnon can do what he does, but they look so different doing it. Like, he just takes the puck around the top of the zone, and everybody's just chasing like little kids, trying to chase the big kid who has got the football. It's incredible, but it's nothing like what Ohtani's doing.